in preparing the foreclosure opinion, Ken Paxton didn't direct you. Ryan Bangert did, yes?
Yes, sir.
And Ken Paxton didn't direct Austin Kinghorn. You did, correct?
Right.
If you would, Mr. Arroyo, please bring up Article 2. This allegation is not true, is it?
Is there a specific part that you'd like me to review, or?
Read it all. Ken Paxton is innocent of this allegation, isn't he?
So the first provision of the second sentence, this is Article 2 of the Articles of Impeachment. Paxton caused employees of his office to prepare an opinion.
Hold on a second. I don't want you to read it out loud.
Okay.
We don't need to waste the jury's time doing that.
Sure.
They can read. Many of them are skilled attorneys themselves. This article is not true, is it?
Well, it is true that he caused employees of his office to prepare an opinion in an attempt to avoid the impending foreclosure of properties.
But you don't know whether those properties belong to Nate Paul or business entities controlled by Nate Paul, do you? You don't know that.
Nothing other than what's been reported in the media.
You don't know that what's been reported in the media. Have you ever heard the phrase self-licking ice cream cone before?
No, sir.
Let me explain to you what a self-licking ice cream cone is, Mr. Vassar. A self-licking ice cream cone is when a bunch of employees at the Attorney General's office begin to suspect their boss. They read it in the media. They believe what the media says. They report it to the FBI. And then the media reports that you went to the FBI. That's a self-licking ice cream cone. Are you familiar with the expression now?
Based on your description, yes, sir.
You don't know whether this article is true or false, do you?
No, sir. I didn't write this.
Mr. Arroyo, Article 3, if you will. Article 3, thank you. You weren't directed to act in contravention or contrary to the law, were you?
No, sir. General Paxton.
Object not responsive to anything after no, sir, Mr. President.
Sustained.
You think that your decision with regard to any open records request that was made by anyone was improper?
No, sir.
It wasn't, was it?
No. Everything that we did in a way that we could find a way to make it lawful, because we wouldn't have participated otherwise.
You did it by the book, correct?
Yes, sir.
You wouldn't do it any other way, would you?
That's right.
Mr. Arroyo, Article 4, if you will. Can you see Article 4, Mr. Vassar?
Yes, sir.
Ken Paxton didn't improperly access anything in his office that you're aware of, did he?
No, not that I'm aware of.
And if he wanted to ask for a file, he could do that anytime he pleased, couldn't he?
Sure.
Because that's what 4.2 million voters elected him to do. True?
Yes,
To
that's
access whatever file the heck he wants. Yes?
true.
Article 5, please. We know that Ken Paxton's innocent of this article, right? Right?
I'm not even, I don't recall the distinction about an attorney pro tem. I used to know it, but
You don't even know what an attorney pro tem is, do you?
I know there's two categories. One is court appointed and one is recusal based, but I don't recall the nomenclature.
And Brandon Kamak wasn't either one of them, was he?
Oh, he said he was on the subpoenas.
Stop there. Brandon Kamak wasn't either one of them, was he?
No, he had no authority.
Wasn't an attorney pro tem, was he?
Honor, he keeps interrupting the witness. He should be entitled to finish his answer.
You're right, Mr. Hardin. I apologize, Mr. President. May I try again?
You may try again.
Mr. Kamak was not an attorney pro tem ever, to your knowledge. True?
Like I said, I don't recall the distinction between the two categories of prosecutors, but he was not hired to be a prosecutor.
He wasn't hired to be any type of prosecutor, true?
Yes, sir.
He was hired as outside counsel because that's how you drafted the contract personally, yes?
Yes, sir.
So when it says Warren Kenneth Paxton misused his official powers by violating the laws governing the appointment of prosecuting attorneys pro tem, Brandon Kamak wasn't a prosecuting attorney pro tem, was he?
Not based on my understanding of what that.
I didn't think so either. Article 6, if you would, Mr. Arroyo. You're familiar with this allegation dealing with whistleblowing, correct?
Yes, sir.
Don't you kind of think Ken Paxton had a right to be upset with you reporting him to the FBI without any evidence?
I suppose he's entitled to whatever feelings he may have felt at the time.
Article 10, if you would, Mr. Arroyo. This says that the Paxtons, and it says Ken Paxton, but you understand he's married to Angela Paxton, right?
Yes, sir.
So when somebody's spouse gets accused of bribery, and the form of the bribery is improvements to a home that are owned by both of them, really you're accusing both of them of being corrupt, right?
I don't know.
Don't you think?
I don't know the elements of bribery. I'm not a criminal lawyer, so I'm not sure what the implication could be.
As you sit here today, you know darn well that the Paxtons paid for the renovations and repairs to their home, don't you?
No, I don't know that, actually.
You don't know who paid for them?
No.
Maybe it'll come out in this trial.